Oh, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and smarten myself up if ever there is such a thing. How we doing this afternoon? This video is entitled Crashing England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales and the rest of the world. Europe is no different from us. Let's wait for a few of you lovelies to pop in. Oh, got a bit of a stray one. Yeah, so lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Tom Beresford. Hello, Gorge. How are you? It's my microphone. Hello. No, it's not. I thought my mic was on. I was getting a bit of turbulence. Oh, it's going to poke me in the face. Here we go then. Awaken World. Hello, Squire. How are you? Nice to see you. What lunacy is happening at the moment? There will be nothing less if this lockdown keep happening, mate. I actually went out and did a job this morning for the first time that I've done a job on a Sunday. My good God, for over 10 years, right? I couldn't believe it. It's a guy that I do quite a bit for over the last few years, probably over the last 8 years, done quite a bit for. He had an emergency, so I went out there and sorted him out. And him and his missus was said, like, at the end of it, they says, we're so grateful for you for coming out today. I said, it's all right. It's all good. Because as much as what I do in the world with earning cash and all these other bits and bobs, it's, for me, it's about, there's a trade-off. And that trade-off is always about making people's lives better through the things that I do, okay? In betterment, not harming people. So they were both relieved when I put this cooker in that they could both now eat, cook and do everything for the rest of their day. They got a little bed and breakfast thing going. They do Airbnb and stuff locally in my village. So if anyone ever wants to come and meet me and have a bit of lunch, you're more than welcome to come and stay at the Airbnb just down the road. And, maybe get a few of you out and we're going to do some stuff. But anyway, the point is this. They were so grateful that I'd been and turned out. It's quite a nice feeling when people pat you on the back and say, God, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so considerate and helping us out. And this is the attitude we should have with everything that we do in our life. I don't get out of bed and go and do my work, whatever it is that I'm doing, bathrooms, shower rooms, boilers, whatever, to harm someone. I'm doing this to better their life and to have a few quid for myself, because we're all trapped in this system. There's no one that's not trapped in the system. Even the old Bill are all trapped in this system, this financial system, aren't they? Everyone is. Copper. Why did you follow the orders? Why? Well, I'll get paid to do it. I've got to pay a mortgage. This is the problem, isn't it? Good afternoon, West Sussex, Angie Davies. Oi, Awaken World. Hello, Gorge. How are you? Correct, Dave. Makes you feel good when you can help others. Yeah. Right. So, apparently there's been loads and loads and loads of people out today going to retail outlets, the COVID idiots, buying up all the toilet rolls again. These people that are out telling you to wear a mask. Most of these, I would add, most of these people that are out telling you to wear masks are going to be the people that are out buying up all the toilet rolls this morning, right? Now, ever since this thing popped along in March and knocked at everyone's door, I've never panicked. I've never, ever panicked. But the retail outlets are ramsacked. There was a queue for Aldi's this morning, apparently going right round the corner. I tell you, COVID idiots. I'm ashamed of the people of my country with the way they go about their stuff. Panic this, panic that. Well, it's like, if you take it all today, if you just take a bit by bit by bit, it's like, listen, if you was to go down the blood bank, yeah, you might like giving blood if that's your bag. I personally can't stand syringes. People try and put syringes in me, I'll try and kill them. I'll never forget a doctor tried to put a syringe in my arm quite a few years ago. I said to hang on a minute, I got my family members to sit on my chest. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Doc, you go to put that in my arm. I will kill you." And he went, "Oh, okay." Fucking, he put this thing in my arm, and I went to grab it and pull it out. And he went, "I'll only have to put it back in again." I just red rag to a ball. I'm terrible and stuff like that. But anyway, the point is this: that doctor, when he got that thing in my arm, right, pumping my arm up, he'd pull out a bit like a syringe of blood or whatever. I'm sitting there passing out. But if he took all the blood out of my body, it's going to collapse and die, isn't it? But if he takes a little bit at a time, no problem. No problem whatsoever. And that's exactly the same mentality as we have to have with all of this stuff. We've got such a fear-based driven people in this country now. It is beyond the joke. They hear something on the telly, Boris is locking everyone down, bosh, they go out into this mass frenzy. Rather than saying and just giving it, oh, well, whatever, we'll get by. Because you're all going to get by. Trust me, you're all going to get by. Regardless, you will. You're going to. It's just the way this world works. But no, they're out there. They're out today. You're not going to find toilet rolls anywhere. There's going to be another. And Jesus Christ. I mean, it drives me insane. And these are the ones that are put your mask and wear a mask. Everyone's out there smoking cigarettes, drinking all the beers, not looking after themselves. I'm glad to say that there's a lot of people now standing up. We got the Liverpool people with the gyms. They refused to lock down when 7 coppers with sidearms turned up, the local Nazi Gestapo. Sorry, when your public servants have sidearms and are prepared to intimidate you with them, you're living under the Bosch. B-O-S-C-H. All right? Just how it is. That's what you're living under. You shut down or else we will come. Mate, that's what you're living in, fucking tyranny. People can't say, and they make excuses all the time. Excuse. Nah, it's all right, Dave. They're only doing their job. Well, where does that logic end? When does that mentality of they're just doing their job, where does it end? Where does it end? Please, someone tell me. Not going to end in a very nice place, is it? But people are saying there was a kid of a kids' creche owner with a big, I don't know, softball, soft toy thing where all the kids go. Bear in mind, the kids are fine. No, I don't think there's a kid in this country that's had it, whatever this thing is. And the 2 coppers were around there trying to shut it down, saying, and he went, "No, I'm staying under Magna Carta, common law." And the copper said, "Yeah, we know all about Magna Carta and common law." Well, if you do, Constable, why the fuck are you doing what you're doing? Excuse my French. We've seen takeaway owners also standing up against, and the police's response is, "Oh, well, if you don't shut down, we're going to tell the council." So the police are working for the councils, ladies and gentlemen. They're not under common law no more. They do the dirty work of councillors. The police work for the council. They're bosses. They pay their wages. They're their dogs. They call them their dogs as well, which is a real sad, that's just sad. If you speak to any senior councillors or anyone in the council or that runs the police, they're our dogs. They call them their dogs. Can you believe that? Unbelievably savage, isn't it? Mr. White, is that a YouTube link you're trying to post up there, son? I'm going to hold that for review for a minute. One of my moderators will deal with that, I guess. I reckon we're all going to die one day. Just my opinion. It may be propaganda. Hello, Bobby. Nice to see you, son. How are you? Hope you're doing all right. Has anyone seen the trailer for the Nuremberg Sonberg? Let me play it for you. I'll play it for you. Check out the script. Have I turned my speaker on? Hang on. Let me turn my speaker on and I'll play you the Sonberg trailer. Because we might as well. No one grass me up, right? No one's going to grasp. I've come over. I'm just waiting for the gym to warm up. I'm going to be doing a little gym workout in a minute. But I thought I'd come and see you lot. Right, so we're live streaming. Let's just start a new one of these. And we'll show you the Songbird trailer, eh? How's about some of that? Bosh. Hopefully this feed will last. Songbird trailer. So in this, they're talking about a thing called COVID-23. All right, let's get this up. Let's just pause it a sec. Get him in full screen. Hopefully.
Good morning, Ms. Garcia. Good morning, sunshine. I miss you.
You can't hear this, can you? Hang on.
Sunday.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens must stay indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of lockdown.
A grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying development today.
Confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
Worldwide death toll rises to over 110 million.
All infected Americans are being forced into quarantine camps.
Sarah, what's going on?
Department of Sanitation.
Sarah, talk to me.
I think my neighbor has a fever.
Nothing's much easier if you just open the door. Mrs. Grant and Mr.
Sarah, do not open that door.
Beginning thermal scan. 3, 2, 1. Anomaly detected. Our guards will be arriving in 4 to 6 hours. You must not attempt to leave your home, or you will be shot on sight.
This is my message
To you.
Oh, you're right there.
They're coming to let you go.
No.
Stop! Think about me.
Sarah, I'm not letting you give up.
This is my message.
Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to survive.
I'm trying to save the one person left in my life that matters to me.
I can't help you. What you're talking about is illegal.
It's gonna be alright.
Remember, stay safe, sane, and sanitized.
Stay safe, sane, and sanitized. That is the trailer to Songbird, a movie that's going to be out very, very soon. Unbelievable. I mean, they're not they don't hide this stuff, do they? Let's be honest, they really don't. Mr. White, hello, Gorge, meant to say, that he wouldn't be happy with them using his words that way. Yes, no, I agree. Poor old Bob Marley, good old boy. Tommy Robinson, the resident speaker's calling for an offensive weapon. Did he have it out? Oh, did he have it out, sir? Did he have it all out or just partially out? Mate, we offer ourselves up as cheap tokens to these people of this new world order now. And the police they just follow orders. It comes down the little earpiece. Cosh him, bash him, we've got him on visual. Yeah, just knock the granny out of him. Arrest him, cuff him, do the cuffs tight. Put the cuffs on so tight you draw blood. Yeah, that's it. No, keep going. Yeah. For Christ's sake, people, come on. It's time to wake up. It's time to smell the coffee. It's time to get up out of your illusionary bubble that we seem to find ourselves in. So look, I want to be talking about this. This is my concern is I don't overly have many concerns because we're all going to go through this together. Hopefully you can see this on your screen. This is a thing called the Grocer. Let me turn that around. You might not get so much glare off of it. I should be doing this through my StreamYard, but they don't let me play videos through StreamYard anymore. This is a thing called the Grocer, and this is where coming down. Let's come down. Revolution bar files for CVA to close sites as coronavirus savages revenues. Look at that beautiful place here on the verge of whatever it is. Boparan rescues burger chain. GBK from administration. This is just plugging the hole. People, supermarkets are not immune from retail closure contagion. So What are you all going to do when your Lidl's, your Aldi's, your Sainsbury's, your Morrison's have to shut down? Albert Bartlett completes Kidium brand rescue deal. So we're seeing here Albert Bartlett, who make potatoes and spuds and been throwing it all over your TV for the last few years. They've been rescued by a Kidium brand rescue deal. But how long does that last for? Rescue plan for kids, frozen brand, Kidium following liquidation. So here we go. Golden Acre Food Group rescue Bagel Nash in pre-pack deal. City Snack, M&S, Marks & Spencer's to cut 7,000 jobs after COVID clothing and home sale slump. Capital Cooling refrigeration sold in pre-pack administration as COVID-19 chills business. Samworth Brothers pick up Urban Eat sandwich brand from collapsing Adeli. WH Smith to cut 1,500 jobs as coronavirus sales slump. Wales-based food service supplies falls into administration. Shop in centre giant Intu falls into administration. Now, I said this months ago. Intu run Blue Water and Intu run Lakeside. And do you know what? I am glad they've gone into administration for this reason. They manhandled a homeless man quite some time ago at Blue Water and smashed the granny out of him, right? When all he was trying to do is stay warm and dry in a bus shelter. So this is karmic. This is karmic. So I'm quite glad that Intu has fallen into administration. B&M offers hope to workers are affected by Pound Stretcher restructure. So Pound Stretcher are being restructured. B&M are taking out. But ladies and gentlemen, there will be no toilet rolls in B&M today because the COVID tards have been in there, and probably listen. There ain't going to be no shelf anywhere where you're going to get a toilet roll today. Not a chance. And the other point is this is because Britain's been privatised, right? Years ago, when this was a people by the people sort of thing, not just for run for profit. There would have been the shops would have been closed and would have introduced a ration kind of situation and said, yeah, no, you're only allowed a pack, and that's it, right? And that's how things should be. More than half of Pound Stretcher estates at risk after company launches CVA, right? So that's voluntary administration, company voluntary administration. I do believe CVA stands for. Perhaps someone can educate me on that. I think that's what CVA stands for. Pound Stretcher to close quarter of the stores following review. City Snack Restaurant Group to close 125 Frankie and Benny sites via a voluntary thing. Look, come on, people. Listen, and let's put this into some kind of balance, right? The balance is that Maidstone Hospital is empty, virtually empty. There is a handful of people in the COVID-19 ward. Pembury is the same, and I'm pretty sure that most of your hospitals up and down the country are the same. And the excuse of, well, they're farming them out to Nightingale hospitals falls down its face because they're shut, the Nightingale hospitals. There is hardly any Nightingale hospitals open, and the one in London, which they had up on the Isle of Dogs in the Excel Centre, only ever had 20 beds with people in them. All right? Now, just look at what is going on in your food and retail sector. Come on. Is this really worth? And Boris is just about to go into another 4-week lockdown, although he's give the coronavirus another 5-day holiday until next week. You cannot make this shit up. You really can't. There is, of course, a massive there is barristers now taking the government to court and to task over what they're doing to this country. We are no longer talking about people like Dave Witcher being labelled as a conspiracy theorist. We have some really people in privileged positions, barristers, lawyers, people from high finance, people in the military, in the police saying, now, hang on a minute, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. Right, and they're now taking the government to court. Boris Johnson should never have the right to lock anybody down, right? Because if you live in a country where your government can force you to stay in your home against your will, you are living in tyranny. I don't care if you've got the Black Death. I don't care if you've got the Spanish freaking flu. If someone in ministerial duties can make sure that you don't leave your house and force you to stay in your home, guess what, people? You're not free. City Snap Green Corps rescue package from Adili scuppered by competition concerns. Aldi Food ceased trading as rescue talks fail. So this Adili food supply and brand looks like that's going to be going bust. You got no idea how your food chain is falling and decaying, ladies and gentlemen. And it only is so long that the supermarkets will be filled with food. Do you see what's happening? Can you see what's happening? Please tell me you can. Avara Foods announced plan to close duck division. Now, whatever that... Oh, duck division, as in their crispy pancake rolls and all that. Premier Food share rise on Elegant pensions restructure and coronavirus sales boost. So here, someone's making hay while the sun shines. We're in funny old times. We are really in funny old times, and they're just about to lock everything down again. Sainsbury's by me is bare. Auntie Mandy, come on, people. You can't shut. Listen, we all make this country work, right? Whether we're a doctor, whether we're a plumber, whether we're a carpenter, whether we work in a hair salon, we make this country work. And we've chosen to use this currency, this fiat currency system, to make it work. And now it's all been, the carpet is being firmly pulled away from underneath your feet, isn't it? You cannot expect everyone to say, and the furlough's just about to stop. I think the furlough stopped now because we're in now. Are we in the 1st of November today? Or 2nd of November? I'm not too sure. I don't really follow the dates and times and Christ knows what else it goes with it. But the point is this, the furlough's all going to stop. What they're going to replace it with, I don't know. We're becoming peasants. We've got a government that's crashing this country. Because if, truthfully, I was seeing thousands and thousands and thousands of people dying from this thing that we have, I would not be talking like this, ladies and gentlemen. I would not be talking. I would be telling you all and asking you all to stay home and slave lives. I would. But I'm not seeing the evidence. I'm a plumbing and heating man by trade. I put central heating systems. I need to see water running through them pipes hot, evidencing the fact that it's working. I have lived all my life in an evidence-based reality. I put a bath in. I need to evidence the hot and cold. I need to evidence that the waste works. I need to evidence that there's no water coming through the ceiling. Everything in my life has to be evidence-based. That's why I've got common sense. But if I was truly seeing the evidence of this, now my village, right, and my adjoining village, there's an approximate 14,000 people that live in these two villages. One elderly gentleman, allegedly, and I say allegedly, and I'm using the words loosely, passed away of COVID-19. The furlough is to be extended, right? But the country's still going into turmoil. It really is. We've had Thistle plastering, right? Thistle have just started to get their plaster supplies back into shops again. Everyone wants a bit of DIY. Everyone wants their painting done. Everyone wants a bathroom put in. What's going on? If the evidence was truly there and loads of people were dying, I'd get it. I'd be saying, yeah, they don't go nowhere. Stay at home, right? I would. And what we should have is a contingency then for people that want to serve the people, going out, delivering food parcels, whatever. Where's the national emergency? Where's the government saying, don't worry, we've got this covered. We're going to start shipping you out all your food. We're going to ration all the toilet rolls. None of that. None of that. Boris Johnson's a joke. The Conservative Party joke. They're all a joke, ladies and gentlemen. And they're all now making you have it. Can you see it? I hope you can see it because I can certainly see it. Furlough will bring in hyperinflation. We're already in hyperinflation. The currency ain't worth a carrot. Danny Thomas Lowe, I see. Danny, how are you, love? You feeling better, love? Big love to you. I steer away from anything political unless it involves a noose. Dan, I like it. Mate, I'm telling you, we're living in treasonous times. We really are living in treasonous times where The people of this country are now the target of a specific group of people that are supposed to work for us. And they don't. Now, me, myself, never paid attention to the last lockdown. I've never, ever worn a mask unless it suits me at work. If I'm rubbing down, mixing up plaster, I put my mask on. Why? Because it's of my own free will to do so. I'm not being told to do something. Everyone's out wearing these masks because they're being told to wear them. Put your mask on. Put your seatbelt on. Pay your council tax. Don't ask questions. We're in a very dangerous time. Very dangerous time where public servants now are not serving their masters. They've come out as the all-seeing master race. And they're police people, whoever they are, they're henchmen, yeah, doing very disgusting things to people. Let me tell you. Do the opposite to government, you'll be just fine. Yes, West Sussex. I love it. That's exactly what I do. I've been in my shop today, get some milk, no mask. They'll be like, you're right, having a nice day? Yeah, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I don't get the hump with these people that would ever want to challenge me because that's a fruitless thing. I just say to them, I quite like fresh air. I like, my lungs love breathing in fresh air. But the Spanish flu, when the Spanish flu was about, ladies and gentlemen, that killed 50 million people. 50 million people, right? The influenza, the Spanish flu influenza was tasty. You betcha I'd have been wearing a mask. I'd have had a hijab on with a mask over the top and a visor. Yeah, none of that stuff's coming near me. But you've got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, a virus don't have to get in through your airways. It can get in through your skin. Yeah, it can get, because your skin's the biggest organ on your body. It's an epidermis. It's a two-way thing. Yeah, I take a thing called Lugol's iodine, which is good for the thyroid. I place it on my wrist and it disappears and goes into my bloodstream and into my body. Please read my last one, Dave, from Frank McElherring. Found it. What we saying then, son? Let's have a look. Well, on here, let's have a look, Dan. Oh, Lauren. How you going, gorgeous? If you become a company, you can have anyone turn up on a 0-hour contract on zero pay. Found a loophole, Frank. Go on, Frankie. Kerry Ann. Hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Danny Thomas. Lovely to see you, John. Dan, you all right? You feeling all right, son? Trump to win on the 3rd. So expect more trouble. Yeah, I can't see Trump losing. I've got to be honest. I just can't see Trump losing. Well, Dave came in hospital for a biopsy and refused the test that didn't work. So they've tried the mental health crap. Unlucky for them, I know my sugar and tied them up in knots. Yeah. Listen, this mental health thing, right? We would not have mental health in this country if people were left alone. If people were left alone to be private, to get on with their worldly affairs, right, and have minimum interference from government. I'm talking minimum. In a thimble. No one knows what a thimble is. Stops you get pricking yourself when you put a pin in it. If government interference in our lives was minimal and we were just out there trucking around, we wouldn't have mental health because people wouldn't feel insecure. People would feel secure in their surroundings, in their home. No kids would be being taken by social services, this, that, the other, right? We'd all feel pretty comfortable. Mental health would disappear. Trust me. Mental health has only been about since all this nonsense been going on. Never heard of it, really. Years ago, someone was a nutter. They had compassionate people looking after them, right? But now, if you think outside the box and you think, yeah, actually, I don't quite like what's going on. I'm going to live my life going the other way and I'm going to speak the truth and I'm going to do other things apart from what they call the postage stamp mentality. Then you get the doctor coming around saying, oh, we're concerned about you. You're so concerned about me, you then want to ram me full of drugs, right? Well, yeah, pretty much. And you think that them drugs are going to deliver me from the system that you live in and that you're manifesting and placing on me. You think them drugs are going to do that, right? Yeah, no, you're fucking wrong. They're not. They're going to make me worse. It's got to stop, people. We're living in the mental health side and the way the NHS go. I look at it as a Joseph Mengele program. And if you don't know who Joseph Mengele is, maybe go and have a little research on Mengele. Yeah, if you don't come from that postage stamp mentality, if you're not watching the football, if you're not listening to the news, if you're not paying your taxes, if you're not paying your driving licenses and all these other bits and bobs that go with it, then bosh, what they want to do, they want to come round and forcibly inject you until that you bend over and take it and do what they tell you and live by how they want you to live, because that's force feeding chickens, isn't it? It's like, no, you are one of our chickens and we're going to force feed you. It's a load of rubbish. If someone's out murdering, raping, there's a different story. They need looking after or dealing with. But if people just want to live their life a different way and don't want to participate in this societal structure, because we're all trying to pull away from it now because we know it's dirty and wicked and evil, then they want to come around and give you some of that stuff. It's disgusting. Mark's out. He looks a bit like Jesus, and he's been incarcerated for 2 weeks, but he's out now and he's doing all right. He really is doing all right. So yeah, if you want to think outside the box and live a different way, no chance. They will come around and forcibly inject you, because that's how the Gestapo roll. Peeps, you know, we're in exciting times, but dangerous times as well. Personally, on the 2nd, I think we've got 2 days now until the Trump bus gets voted in for its 2nd term. Personally, I can't see anybody else filling that position. I think the media will portray Trump as a villain, as an idiot, but man, he is seriously clever. And what you've got to understand as well is that the American people, the 350 million, most of them voted for him. So when I hear people taking digs in Trump, then they're having a dig at the American people per se. And we know the American people are beautiful, beautiful people, right? Now, they voted Trump in. And if you speak to anyone, and they say, we voted for Trump. The small people, they call them small people, the ones that they consider insignificant. They voted Trump in because they thought, we know that the other stuff's corrupt. We'll try him. We'll have a go with him. And let me tell you, that guy's done a lot of fantastic things for that country in the last 4 years. And I don't think he's going anywhere. Could be wrong. Who knows? No one knows what the future holds. No one. No one can guarantee Trump's going to get in. No one. But I have a good feeling that he's not going anywhere. I think his tenureship is solid, rock solid. Also, I don't know if you know about the med beds that Trump's got in that hospital. These holographic medical beds. Man, I tell you, they are worth looking into, because they're the future of medicine. Holographic body repairing, it's a beautiful thing, man. Durf, I would argue that the Vatican, MSM Worldwide, is the propaganda arm of the NWO. Bob's your uncle. Nice to see you, Durfy. The Vatican are communists. There's something. The kiddie fiddlers. The sexual consensual age of the Vatican is 12. Trump has kept his promise to the people and failed to start a new war in his term, the first in history not to start wars. Thank you very much. Trump went and made peace with the Koreans or the Vietnamese. Who was it? Kim Jong-un, shaking hands and doing all that stuff. He's a proper dude, Trump. Proper dude. And not many people know this, but in Israel, when Trump come into his presidency, let me see if I can find it. It's called the half shekel coin. Let me find it and I'll show you. Let me see if I can find it. And I'll show you the half shekel coin with Trump. And let's see if we can find it. Half shekel coin with Trump. So, right. Okay. Right. Hopefully you can see this. Should come up in a second. Right. So, let me just blow this up. Can you see that? I'm just blowing it up now, so you should. Let me just see whether you can see what I'm showing you. So hopefully you can make out. Let me see if I can turn this around so you can see it a bit better. Can you see that? You can't really see that, can you? I should have opened this app up in StreamYard. So in Israel, I don't know quite how long ago this was. They mounted Donald Trump with Cyrus, right? Now, Cyrus was an ancient leader of greatness, okay? You can't see that. It's a shame. How do you castrate a priest? Kick the altar boy in the chin. That's saucy. Yeah, so Cyrus, and you can check this out yourself, go into Google. Cyrus is mounted on the half shekel coin with Trump, okay? Trump and Cyrus are on the Jewish half shekel coin. That's how much they love Trump. So Trump ain't going nowhere. I'll be very surprised if Trump is going anywhere. Trump is running the world. They all handed power over to him. Trump. Let me try and find the. Let me try and find out who Cyrus was. Who was Cyrus? And then we're going to wrap this one up for the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Who was Cyrus the Great? Okay. So we're looking at right. So you might be able to see this. I don't know whether you can see this on the screen. Cyrus the Great, also called Cyrus II, born 590 to 580, 590 BCE, Media of Persia, now in Iran, died in 528. Asia conquered, who founded the Achaemenian Empire, centered on Persia and comprising the Near East with the Aegean Sea eastward to the Indus River. So he was a ruler, and there's a picture, you probably can't see it, of Trump and Cyrus facing each other. So he died in 529, right? BC. Okay. What was he best known for? So I'm going to have a look at what Cyrus was best known for. He was, like many ancient rulers, the Persian conqueror Cyrus the Great, also known as Cyrus II, was born of royalty, a brilliant military strategist. Cyrus vanquished the king of the Medes, then integrated all the Iranian tribes whose skills at fighting on horseback gave his mighty army great mobility, right? So they've mounted Trump on Cyrus the Great. The half shekel coin, do your own research. The half shekel coin is got Cyrus and Trump. They didn't do it for Obama. They didn't do it for Reagan. Not a chance. But they have with Trump. So trust me, Trump is... He must have connections with royalty, maybe. Trump might be connected with the royals. Maybe. Hugh Macbeth. How you doing, gorgeous? Lovely to see you. Play it again, and then I'll be back in 2 short whiskers of a cat's tail.
Good morning, Miss Garcia.
Good morning, sunshine. I miss you. Kiss you right now.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens must stay indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of lockdown.
A grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying new development today.
Confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
Worldwide death toll rises to over 110 million.
All infected Americans are being forced into quarantine camps.
Sarah, what's going on?
Department of Sanitation. Sir, talk to me.
I think my neighbor has a fever.
It'll be so much easier if you just open the door. Mrs. Grant, Mr.
Sarah, do not open that door.
Beginning thermal scan. 3, 2, 1. Anomaly detected. Our guards will be arriving in 4 to 6 hours. You must not attempt to leave your home, or you will be on site.
This is my message to you.
I know you're in there.
They're coming. Go.
No.
Stop. Think about me.
Sarah, I'm not letting you give up.
This is my last search.
Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to survive.
I'm trying to save the one person left in my life that matters to me.
I can't help you. What you're talking about is illegal.
Every little thing.
It's gonna be all right.
Remember, stay safe, and sanitize.
Things to come, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I won't live in that fear, people. Let me tell you. It's not happening on this watch. The globalists have infiltrated government worldwide over centuries. Yeah, big time they have. Look, listen, peeps. We need to wake up. We need to come into some decent reality. Chemical Liquor, nice to see you. Alopo, hello, sweetheart. Auntie Mandy says, trust the plan. Where we go one, we go all. Absolutely right. Yeah, and that's all I want for people is for us all to be one, for us all to be free, all of us to be happy. That's my mantra. And for all of us to have a decent standard of living to look forward to. You know, I've carved that out for myself. You know, my life's been up and down, up and down. I lived in my van for 2 months when I got divorced years ago. So life, I've battled all the way through life, and I'm not prepared to stop battling now. I know I am, but we just have to see what's coming for the future. I do what I do because I want people to wake up. I want people to see the reality. I think there are absolutely thousands and thousands of people now really waking up to the reality of what is going on with regards to all of this stuff. What's been going on for me, it just don't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, push away the fear. We must all raise our vibration, realize our God-given powers. We all wear a crown. Absolutely right. I only fear Christ, God Almighty, same as you. My word. I live the spirit. I really do. I am based in the spirit. Everything I do, my whole breath, my energy is in the spirit. Let me tell you. So, peeps, fantastic. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Thanks for sharing, caring, doing all that other great stuff that you do. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Consider liking and hit the bell button for further notifications. You'll get them straight away. Durfee, love you. You look like yourself. Millions of us uniting as one. Yes, Birmingham yesterday. Massive in Birmingham. The kids, did you hear the kids singing in Birmingham yesterday? It was amazing. So humbling. So humbling. So when black and whites unite, it's all over for the elites. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I will not get involved in race, religion, colour, creed, gender arguments. It's pointless. We're all just one. That's it. Regardless. Chinese, black, white, yellow. We're just one. We're just one spirit. That's it. There's nothing else. God don't see colour. God don't see any of these other things. The stereotypical stuff I've never paid attention to. Yes, they were great. Good to see the kids getting involved. Yeah, absolutely right, brother. Trotsky created racism. Say no more about it. Peeps, I love you all. I'm going to go and do a workout now and play some tunes. Just keep yourself high spirits, high vibration. Don't let this get you down. We are the resistance. We are the resistance. And you might think you're alone. You might think you are you're not. Trust me, there's more and more and more people waking up every day, every minute, every hour, from all different walks of life, from people within the Law Society, Cambridge University. I listened to a woman yesterday that gives law seminars for Cambridge University, and she's going like, this ain't right. We've got to sort this out. We're being mugged off royally. And there is rumours that the government are actually going to be taken to court in the next week or two for this unlawful lockdown. These lockdowns are unlawful. Unlawful. It should be the people looking out for the people, not this overarching nanny state government looking after our worldly affairs. We must end them, and we are going to end them. And I'm going to end them with you lot, with the millions of people in my country. We are going to rise. We are going to unite, and we're going to make a future worth living for. Come and join me. Let's do this. I'll see you all soon. I love you. Take care.